So what's going to be the top speed of the new Kawasaki Ninja H2? That is a question that many people want to have answered. We can't answer that question just yet.
So not too long ago, I did a video talking about the top speed of the Ninja H2R, and my guess was about 240 miles per hour. Now, I was actually very surprised to find out that that number is very, very close to accurate. And I made that guess just based on doing my research, looking at previous top speed bikes, and looking at the technology used in the Ninja H2R, the supercharger, and all that good stuff. And basically, I used all that information, and that's how I came up with that number, the 240 miles per hour number. But that's a little bit too high, close but a little bit too high. So recently, now the press is starting to do their reviews on the Ninja H2 and Ninja H2R. As you saw, I did my little parody video. Breaking news! I say again, breaking news! Because MCN did this ridiculous video where they had, for 1 minute and 9 seconds, one of the bikes, Ninja H2 or Ninja H2R, going around in circles. It's a looped video. First. So they did a looped video for 1 minute and 9 seconds. Ridiculous. Obviously, just trying to play off of the whole first, the YouTube thing, right? They want to be the first ones. So I made a little parody. I thought it was funny. Apparently, you guys didn't think it was funny. It's all good. I do these videos really. I want to entertain you guys as well as inform you guys, but I also have fun doing these, and that was kind of a fun thing. But win some, you lose some. What you gonna do? I got thick skin. Anyway, so there was a post that someone sent to me on that video, the 240 mile per hour video, and they said, MCN, or I don't know if they said MCN, but they said, they just tested the bike and now they confirmed the top speed is 222 miles per hour. 222 miles per hour! Man, that's fast, but not fast enough. Now, so that's not the top speed. Let me clarify. Again, people need to really read things properly. Now, what was posted by the journalist is that their top speed was 222 miles per hour or something like that. That's what their top speed was. Now, you guys got to understand, when you're talking about these really high speeds, 230, 240, 250, whatever, ridiculous speeds, it's not something you just get on a bike and just do like that. Same thing with a car. You know what I mean? I remember I used to be into inline skating. I was into speed skating, and I think my top speed was something like 26 miles per hour. And that wasn't easy, man. I had to be in top condition, and you got to consider the wind and all this kind of mumbo jumbo. So it's kind of the same thing or a similar thing with cars and motorcycles. So they need to be on the appropriate track with enough distance, right? A lot of factors. You got to consider also the environmental conditions, wind, and all this kind of stuff. Even the weight of the rider comes into play. I don't know, some of you guys are engineering. I know some of you subscribers are engineering students, so I'm kind of on the fence in terms of how much weight affects you when you're at top speed. Because my feeling is that at top speeds, it's more about aerodynamics at that point. The weight to me is kind of the initial acceleration. You have to get that weight moving. But once the weight is already moving and you're already moving at a really high rate of speed, to go even faster, to me, I think aerodynamics is the major factor at that point. Because the faster you go, the more you've got that wall of air pushing back on you, man. So just imagine, you're trying to accelerate and you've got this wind that's just pushing you back. It just says, no, I don't want you to go any faster. So that's where you need more horsepower, more torque to push and basically break free from that resistance or that drag. But anyway, regardless, whether the weight's affected or not, the bottom line is it's not that simple to go to a top speed on a bike like this. So based on the track that they were on, the conditions and blah, 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 they topped out at 222. However, a very reliable source, these guys just got the bike. They're new to this game. Now, I actually knew this top speed a while ago, but these guys just got the bike. As far as, people that have been on the bike and have put a good amount of miles on a lot of testing, different tracks and all this kind of stuff, the number that I was given drum roll please, is a top speed of 235 miles per hour. That's it. That's the official number. 235 miles per hour. Now, because of the factors that I mentioned to you, even though that's the top speed that was attained during the testing, and there's a lot of testing done for a while, so odds are that's going to be the speed, but there is a chance that we may, who knows, maybe get a little faster. I can't say as to how much effort was put into, I mean, obviously they'd want to have a really high number because it's really impressive or whatever, but I still can't say for a fact how much, effort was put into that. So did they do enough testing on a long enough track with good enough conditions to really find out the true top speed of the bike? Because sometimes what happens is when you get to your approaching your top speed, your power can actually be reduced. Now the superchargers, I don't know how that works, how it plays into here, but typically, your power is reduced just before a red line. So it's a potential that you could go, let's say you go all the way up, accelerating, you hit 230 miles per hour, and then it feels like you've reached your top speed. But if you hold that throttle long enough, you could creep up to 34, to 35, so I can't say whether it goes faster, but 235 is plenty fast enough. I mean, that's insane, a 235 mile per hour bike. And this is a real number, not like, some of those, when I did the top speed bike video, I mentioned there was that Dodge bike.
The Dodge Tomahawk with a theoretical top speed of 350 miles per hour.
And all this crazy stuff. And a lot of those numbers are theoretical. Theoretically, with all the power and based on physics, you should be able to, but would anybody want to, and can they actually reach those speeds? We don't know, right? But here we have actual attained speed. It's attainable, has been attained, and it's official, 235 miles per hour. Take that up your pipe and smoke it, or whatever the expression is, to all the haters. That is absolutely mind-blowing. And I would like to take this moment to remind people yet again, this is not a ZX10 replacement. It is not a super sport bike. It is a hyper bike. This bike is all about this. Smiles, all about smiling from ear to ear. It's all about the exhilarating rush of this intense acceleration. It's all about taking a bike. It's much bigger than this, but taking a bike like the ZX14R.
Ninja ZX14R ABS 30th anniversary, MSRP $15,899.
Which is an amazing bike as far as the amount of acceleration and power that it has, but it's a very heavy bike. Take that bike and put it on a diet and slim it down and make it more lean, make it more agile, kind of blend that world between hyper sport and super sport. And I think that's really what the Ninja H2 and Ninja H2R are. They are actually the world's first hybrid bikes. I'll make up a word now. Now, I'm not talking about hybrid in terms of electric and combustion, no, but hybrid in a different sense. It's a hybrid in terms of class hybrid. A hybrid between super sport and hyper sport. Hyper sports are typically big, heavy bikes, not really nimble. Super sports are really nimble, but because of the fact that they're designed to be track weapons, they can't be too big and too heavy. So a lot of times the power is going to be limited, right? I mean, with the power, you get a bigger and bigger engine, right? That's weight. You don't want a lot of weight on a race bike, right? A bike is designed for lap times. So you want to keep it you want a lot of power as much as you can put into a very small and lightweight package. But when you're in a hyper sport where top speed is a priority, then okay, let's put a 1300cc engine, let's put a really big engine in there, but here is a bike where, okay, yes, we're going to put a lot of power, but instead of with a big engine, let's supercharge it. So we keep it kind of lightweight. It's definitely lightweight compared to the other hyper sports, but yet we have this immense amount of power. So it's really in a category of itself. It's definitely a hyper sport. That's why the riding position is more relaxed. But it's definitely a hyper sport. But it's a hyper sport that kind of it's kind of riding down that tailpipe of the Super Sport, trying to get into that territory. Here you have Super Sport, here you have Hyper Sport normally, and then here you have the Ninja H2R, which is kind of, trying to get with that ZX10, but it's not going to get with the ZX10 as we know, because the ZX10 is much lighter, and the ZX10 is purposely designed for those lap times. So really, the most impressed people with the Ninja H2 and Ninja H2R will be the fans of the ZX14 bikes, but it's much bigger than that because it's such a historic bike, and because that amount of power and just the looks of it and everything. I mean, especially someone like me, it really meshes with my personality. I like aggressive vehicles. I like aviation. It's got wings on it, and then the sound, and I mean, it's just wow. It's certainly, Daytona 675R is going to dominate that bike in terms of how nimble the Daytona is, but that's a different toy for a different purpose. Ninja H2R, a different toy for a different purpose. Unfortunately, a lot of people are not getting that as much as I've tried to clear that up, but it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, there you have it, 2:35. You're watching Your Fast Life motorcycle channel. I have some more videos coming up. I'm right now working on the Geneva Auto Show. This is the new Koenigsegg Riera. So we're doing all the latest cars, the new Koenigsegg Riera, which is an amazing car, 1,500 horsepower. This thing has 1,100 horsepower coming out of combustion engine and 700 horsepower coming out of electric motors, 3 electric motors. I mean, it's absolutely insane. So if you guys have any interest in cars with 306 horsepower, definitely go to my car channel, take a look at that. It's awesome. There's also a new Bentley coming out. There's a new Lamborghini Aventador SV, so lots of cool stuff. As far as bikes go, I have another H2R video coming up in 2K HD. We're going to go into much more detail about the different components and technology and all that good stuff. So definitely stay tuned for that. And we have the DC motorcycle show, and there's more videos from the New York motorcycle show. As far as H2R, I'm going to give you the only video that's going to give you the full quality sound of the exhaust. A lot of people, they amateur hour with, random cameras, random microphones, and they try to record the exhaust sound. For those of you guys that have never heard this bike in person and will never hear it in person because they're so rare, and you guys are all over the world, I have captured top quality sound of the exhaust. So I'm going to put you as close as possible to the real thing. And that's one of my goals here on this channel.
Click the subscribe button.
Hi!
Right there.
Good morning!
Good morning.
This is the 2015 DC International Motorcycle Show, and this is a $12.99 Ducati Panigale. And you're watching Your Fast Life, which is brought to you by Eurosports.net.
Hey buddy, I think your mouse is broken. Click on this red button to test it out. That's what I do.
We've been on the run, driving in the sun, looking up for #1. California, here we come, right back where we started from.